Hello, 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 and welcome back to another practice. My name is Julisse, and today we're going to be doing an energizing morning flow to get the blood flowing, get the energy and the mind ready for the day. So let's get to it. Today we're starting at the top of the mat in mountain, all four corners pressing into the mat. Nice tall spine. And breathe. Just a few breaths here as we ground into the practice and settle into our mats. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Take one more deep breath here in through the nose and exhale, sigh it out. Nice. From here, we're just gonna rotate left and right. Just shake those arms out, getting any extra jitters out of the body. Adding a little bounce to it if you like. And as you keep rotating left and right, just allow your arm circles to get bigger and bigger and higher and higher, all the way to the sky. Shake it out. And all the way to the top. We reach up, up, up on the tippy toes. Reach to the sky. And exhale, heels down. Arms go back. We're inhaling up to the sky, onto the tippy toes. Inhale and exhale down and back. Two more of these. Inhale up, nice and high. Hold it, hold it. And exhale down and back. One more. Inhale up, 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 up. Hold it. And exhale. Whew. Exhale down and back. All right, we're coming back to the top of the mat in mountain. We're going to inhale those hands up to the sky and exhale, swan back down into your forward fold. Inhale halfway and exhale, hands down, stepping or jumping back into your plank. Take a breath and exhale, we're pushing back into downward dog. On your next inhale, we're rippling forward into plank and all the way down to the mat in chaturanga. We're gonna inhale up into cobra. Draw those shoulders down towards the waist. And exhale back down. From here, we're gonna inhale, push back up into our plank. And exhale into downward facing dog. Feel free to sway the hips from side to side. Pedal those legs out. Just waking up the entire body here. These socks are about to come off too. It's not gonna work out. On your next inhale, head faces the top of the mat. And exhale, work your feet back up to the top. Inhale halfway. And exhale, fold. From here, grabbing onto the elbows. Swaying from side to side in your ragdoll. Nice generous bend in the knees here. One more breath here. And on your exhale, we're just dropping those hands back to the mat. On the inhale, we're rolling all the way back to the top. And mountain. And breathe. Checking in with your body. Seeing how you feel while I take my socks off. All right, next inhale, hands come up to the sky, and we exhale them down into prayer. From here, we're coming up into a short tree on the left side. All right, so propping that right heel up against the left shin. When you find your balance, go ahead and bring your right foot to your shin or to your thigh, whichever works for you. Squeeze those glutes, press those hips forward. One more breath. And on the exhale, we're just going to slowly release that right foot from the leg and stepping it back into a high lunge. Find your balance here. And we're inhaling up. And exhale, cactus arms, open heart. Nice strong back leg. We're going to inhale up. Exhale, cactus arms. Last one, inhale up. And exhale into those cactus arms. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Now your next exhale, wherever you are, we're opening up into warrior two. All right, make sure this knee is stacked over this ankle here in the front. And breathe. One more breath here. On the next inhale, we're leaning back into our peaceful warrior. Exhale, supported side angle. Inhale back into peaceful warrior. Exhale, side angle. Last one, peaceful warrior. And exhale on your side angle. We're going to hold here for 3 breaths. Drop those shoulders down from the ears. Try as much as you can to take that weight out of that left arm. So you should, theoretically, be able to lift that arm and still be in position, okay? One more breath. Let's exhale. We're going to bring the hands to the mat. Flipping over onto those back toes. Where do you want to go? What was that? On that last exhale, we're going to bring those hands to the mat, flipping up onto the back toes here. Take a breath. On the next inhale, we're stepping that left hand forward and coming up into our half moon. Oh. Couple breaths here. Drop those shoulders from the ears. And on the next exhale, we're dropping that back foot nice and easy. Bringing the hands to frame the foot. Dropping that back knee and back toe. We're inhaling all the way to the sky. And exhale, we're coming back into our half split. Ooh, inhale, nice long spine. And exhale, fold. Inhale up, nice tall spine. And exhale, fold from the waist. Last one, we're inhaling up. Exhale, fold and hold. Feeling into your stretch. Pressing that right hip forward, drawing that left glute back. Ooh. Do you feel it? On the next inhale, we're coming back up into our low lunge. Popping back up on that back toe. Take a breath. And exhale, we're just going to step that right foot forward to the top of the mat. Inhale halfway. And fold. One breath here. On the exhale, we're just rolling all the way to the top. Back into mountain. And breathe. Check in with your body. If you're feeling stiff, maybe shake it out a little bit. All right, on the next inhale, hands come up to the sky. And on the exhale, we're finding the tree, our tree on the other side. All right. So propping that left heel up onto the right leg just to find your balance. And whenever you're ready, just bringing the left foot onto the shin or the thigh, okay? Try to avoid the knee for safety purposes. Press those hips forward, squeeze those glutes, and breathe. One more breath here. And on the exhale, go ahead and step that left foot back straight into your high lunge. We're inhaling those hands up to the sky. Exhale forward into humble warrior. All right. So your right shoulder goes towards your right knee, clasping those hands behind the back. We're inhaling up. Exhale, humble warrior. Last one, inhale up. And exhale, humble warrior. And we're going to stay here for 2 more breaths. All right, if you fall down, that is completely fine. Just get right back up and try it again, okay? Draw those shoulders down away from the ears. And see how deep you can bow. On that next exhale, we're going to drop the hands to the mat. And from here, we're going to go ahead and transition into our half moon on the right side. So let's step that right hand forward onto the fingertips and kick up with the back foot. Find your balance. And when you're ready, you can open up into your half moon. Engage your core, squeeze those glutes, and breathe. Press those toes into the mat. And on your next exhale, we're going to bring that left foot right next to the right. From here, we're going to step that right leg back. Inhale up. Bring those hands behind the back. And we're going to exhale down into humble warrior on the right side. Left side. Inhale up. And exhale, fold. Drop those shoulders. Last one, we're going to inhale up. Nice strong back leg. And exhale, bow. Bringing that left shoulder to the top or inside of that left knee, whichever feels most comfortable for you. Continue to breathe. One more breath here. You're doing great. And on the exhale, let's go ahead and drop those hands back to the mat. We're going to step back into our plank. Take a breath. Exhale down into chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale into downward facing dog. Take a breath here. All right. From here, we're just going to take this right leg, step it back forward into our low lunge. We're going to drop that back knee, untuck the toe. Inhale up. And exhale, half splits. So popping those right toes up towards the ceiling. And fold. On your next inhale, we're coming up. Nice tall spine. And exhale, fold. Last one, we inhale up. Exhale, fold. And hold. Continue to breathe. Draw that right hip back, left hip forward. Ooh, nice deep stretch there. On your next inhale, we're coming back up into our low lunge, popping up onto that back toe. From here, we're going to drop the back heel, windmill it up into our warrior two on the other side. I'm going to turn around. Warrior two on this side. And continue to breathe. Make sure that knee is stacked over that front heel. Nice tall spine here. And continue to breathe. Wherever you are in your next inhale, we're leaning back into our peaceful warrior. And exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, peaceful warrior. And exhale, extended side angle. One more. Let's inhale back. And exhale into your side angle. Beautiful. Drop those shoulders away from the ears. And breathe. All right, from here, coming back into our warrior two. We're going to straighten out that front leg. On your exhale, let's go ahead and push the left hip back and allow that right hand to float down towards the shin or towards the floor, your foot, whatever you can grab here. If you want to just do the thigh, if that's what's in your practice today, that's fine too. All right? So find whatever works for you in our triangle pose. And continue to breathe. Whoever you are in your next inhale, we're going to slowly come back up into our triangle and we're going to switch sides, all right? So bend into that right knee, bend into the left knee. So we're in our horse pose and go ahead and straighten out on the right side and then the left, okay? Press those right hips out and upper body bends forward into your triangle. Again, find whichever supported position works for you. And breathe. Drop those shoulders away from the ears. Keep a micro bend in that front knee just so we don't lock that knee out, okay? All right. Wherever you are, let's go ahead and come back up into our triangle. From here, we're gonna turn the heels facing inward, toes facing outward, 45-degree angle. Inhale those hands up and exhale into our wide-legged forward fold. If you need to walk the feet out a little bit more or in a little bit more, just find whatever works for you, okay? Inhale halfway and exhale fold. Keep as much of a bend in your knees as you need to here, okay? This is a very deep stretch, all right? So just listen to your body. Feel free to sway side to side. A little extra stretch in the sides. All right, on the next inhale, we're coming up halfway. And exhale, fold. From here, we're just gonna roll it all the way back up. Open the heart. And exhale. Inhale, hands come up. Exhale them down into prayer. We're gonna heel toe those feet back in just past hip distance apart. And on the exhale, we're gonna sit those hips down and back into a malasana squat. And continue to breathe. Pressing the insides of the legs into the elbows. Straighten up through the spine and drop those shoulders. All right, on your next exhale, we're just going to drop those hips down to the mat and come into our butterfly pose. Bottoms of the feet come to touch, grabbing the toes or the ankles, whatever works for you. We're going to inhale nice and high and exhale, fold it over, rounding the spine. In my butterfly, I like to keep my arms wide, just slightly adding pressure to the legs, all right? Not forcing the legs down, but just allowing the weight of the arms to encourage the knees towards the mat. And then I just like to move from side to side, just to, again, gently encourage the knees down. Again, I am not pressing down at all here, just allowing gravity to do its thing. That's it. On your next exhale, find stillness, and we're coming back up into our butterfly. From here, we're gonna cross the legs and hands on the knees. We're going to just take a few breaths before we close out our practice here. Checking in with the body, noticing how you feel now versus how you felt when you first started the practice. Thanking your body for what it allows you to do today and for what it allows you to do every single day. Telling your body, I love you. You are beautiful. And you're perfect just the way you are. On your next inhale, we're slowly drawing those hands up to the sky and into prayer. Thumbs come down to the forehead. Repeat after me. On this day, may I keep kind thoughts of myself and of others. May I focus on thoughts of peace, thoughts of love, and thoughts of relaxation. Thumbs come down to the lips. May I speak words of life, words of love, and words of truth unto myself and others on this day. May the words that I say be kind. May they be helpful. And may they inspire peace. And thumbs come down to the heart. On this day, may my heart be open to giving and receiving love in all directions. I invite peace and love and joy into my heart on this day. Thumbs come back to the forehead as we bow. Namaste. Thank you so much for allowing me to guide you in your practice today. Hopefully this was helpful to you. You feel more energized and ready for the day. All right. If you need a little energy, like on your work break or in the middle of the day when you have some time, feel free to try this out then too. Otherwise, feel free to like, share, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. And if this was helpful to you, let me know if there's any videos you'd like to see in the future. Subscribe, share the video with a friend, coworker, loved one. all of the things. And I'll see you next time.